I know that I've got to get into this kind of stuff, because if I even for like a few minutes was to work on this, I'd make a masterpiece. I know it. I'm here with the beautiful Peter Baxter. You've been kind of involved in movies and in songwriting and art workshops for well, certainly Create School has been 15 years. I don't know if that's your story, whether you've been 15 years or maybe it's a longer story for you.
A little bit longer, but 15 years as a company and doing it for a living, really.
Well, now we should. The reason we're here today is because you're going to be on August 15th and 16th. We're going to be here in Greystones Studios for Brick Flicks, which is this wonderful phenomenon of kids and all ages are making movies using Lego bricks, and there's some beautiful work out there. And obviously on a big international scale, Michel Gondry's worked with White Stripes and the great Lego movie, and your own 1916, the Freedom, your short that was made, the 10-minute short commissioned by Wicklow County Council, had a huge impact. So when did you kind of first sort of realise, oh, Lego's actually quite a smart little way to make movies?
With my own kids, actually. They started doing it, and of course saw the potential with it and took their Lego actually and started using that. And Lego's great, it really lends itself to this. But we combine Lego with handmade sets because Lego is also quite expensive.
Right.
And it also has its limitations. So what we find is that by making sets out of plasticine and paper and card, you get a lot more scope, you get a lot more dimension from it, a lot more textures, we think, and so that's our little take on it, really. So we use the Lego men, but we make it in another world.
Well, we live in an incredible time where the young generation have so much available to them. Like anybody can be Spielberg at 10 or 9, or you've got kids directing Aphex Twin videos, and you've got this productivity on YouTube that's quite startling, because the freedom they have to experiment and to find out on a practical level what to do is huge. So when it comes to something like this, where you've got your workshop where you can really get into all the various different, I don't call them tricks, but there are ways to do things that save you a huge amount of time and are very productive and can open up whole kind of worlds to people, that they realise, oh, I can actually do this. This is something that we're all able to do.
Yeah. Well, time's the key point there. And I think what's interesting is stop motion takes a lot of time. There are tricks. There's no real way to make it faster, although it's got a lot faster now with apps. So we use technology. We use iPads, but everything we do you can do on an Android or a tablet or a smartphone or whatever. But time is it, and stop motion's beautiful because it's so engaging. And then the more young people would make films, the more they want to improve. They consume a lot of this. So it's great to be able to create it yourself. And I think that's one of the real bonuses and boons from technology, is that you're able to do this nowadays. Whereas years ago it was a little bit harder. You had to buy good equipment and you had to send it off and get it developed. Now it's quite instant. You can use an app. I like that. I don't like that. Delete. Oops.
Yeah. And there is that sort of kind of, same with music. There's such a wide variety of possibilities now for kids to explore, and whether it be claymation, also with stop motion, is a huge kind of area. So it does seem like a very healthy time for art and for just creativity. It's almost overwhelming, really, at times when I kind of consider that there are pockets of brilliance all over the world now. That music and film but which is a wonderful thing, because it just means that kids are. They're just instinctively kind of artistic. They just know how to find the way forward and how to find their voice, and I suppose that's a big part of it too. Just that you will find your own voice, that you'll be able to bring something that somebody else, the story you told or the way you told it. I'm guessing that's part of the workshop's kind of desire, is to sort of bring out that possibility in people, that they can just go and do their own thing.
Yeah, well, really, that's the key ethos. It's just trying to encourage them, and sometimes kids will have phenomenal enthusiasm, and they'll have the technical ability to do this, but sometimes what they need is just a little bit more encouragement and guidance into, say, how to formulate a story. And basically all of this is storytelling. So it's working out, it needs a beginning, a middle and an end, and start at the end sometimes and work backwards, and they realise just that it's a great way to tell a story. So technology allows us to do that, but I'm a great advocate for combining different things as well. I think with music it's great to be able to play an instrument. With books it's great to be able to read a physical book. Yeah. There's a real kind of, it's a funny one, isn't it? But it's a great tool, and that's what I'd say. I suppose technology is really a tool.
Well, we'll wrap up by saying that you're here on Monday, August 15th, and Tuesday, August 16th, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. each day, workshops. You also, your createschool.ie has a huge amount of other kind of avenues like podcasting and songwriting, and so we'll put the links in on the piece here so people can explore. And but I think it'll be amazing now to see what comes out of the workshops. So
I'll send you the films.
Beautiful. We'll put them up. Gorgeous. And I think this one, as I said, I'm a genius, so I should really get into this. I just know I'd be brilliant.